Hi Diana fans, I'm back because a lot of people said I didn't react over the last year or two due to popular demand on a song, Can't Help Falling in Love, and I ought to see it and I ought to react because I recently she did the Havana song, and I said to myself, that was in English, incredible performance and a really spontaneous, warm response at the very end of the video. Do check that out, it's on my channel. In fact, I'll attach it to this so you get a double helping of English singing performances from this incredible global superstar. Now what she does is she takes on an Elvis song, which is covered by many artists, but she puts her own haunting rendition on this song, minimizes the lyrics because it's all about performance. It was part of a talent show that she did in Russia, and she went on to win it. It was like the superstars came back, all previous winners and stuff, and she competed. And it's probably like, I think, would it be Britain's Got Talent when they bring all the winners back and there's a big finale for the winners? That kind of thing. So she went on to win it anyway. And this is why. Wait till you see this performance. I've been told by everybody I'm going to be blown away. My first time reacting to this. I said in the beginning I wouldn't do this song simply because so many people reactors all jumped on board, all wanting Diana fans and the views and everything. And I believe in waiting. So I've waited long enough. Then somebody went, come on, CC, react to it. So I'm going to do that. On my show, it's a bio channel. I'm going to give you a bit of background about the song itself. Can't Help Falling in Love is a song recorded by Elvis Presley for the album Blue Hawaii, and that was in 1961. It was written by Hugo Peretti, Luigi Creator, and George David Wes, and published by Gladys Music Incorporated. The melody is based on the Plaisir d'amour, a classical French love song written in 1784 by Jean-Paul Egide Martini, and it took its text from a poem by Jean-Pierre Clarisse de Florin, and that was in 1755, which appears in his novel Célestine. And it's a popular French love song composed in 1784 by Jean-Paul Egide Martini. The song was initially written from the perspective of a woman as can't help falling in love with him, which explains the first and third line of the original lyrics, by the way, ending on in and sin rather than words rhyming with you. Now, Can't Help Falling in Love was featured in Elvis Presley's 1961 film Blue Hawaii. It has also been recorded by many other artists, including Swedish pop group A-Teens, British reggae group UB40, whose 1993 version topped the US and UK charts. It was listed as one of the greatest songs by Rolling Stone, ranking 403 in the list way back in 2012. But today we have Diana Ankudinova, a Russian girl, and of this performance, she is 18. I think she demonstrates a very unique talent. We're all awesomely and wonderfully in love with her. Those who know and like me have reacted to so many of her songs. She's an old soul within, and she performs old Russian folk songs, war songs, songs from the heart, songs from Maria Tenetska, who writes poems and then translates into lyrics. So Diana puts her voice to that. And although there are some that truly do wicked and depraved versions of this song, and many others aren't aware of how awesome this is, we humankind have a huge potential for good beyond measure. Our talents are just one measure of that, as we will see in the form of Diana Ankudinova. And that's what gives it a mystical feeling. Many have stated it would be better to describe her performances as being felt rather than simply listened to. And I would say that because her interpretations of songs are so sublime and so surreal when you watch them. You just feel, where has this girl been all my life? Diana is created and uniquely wired by her creator, but so are you, the man above. Little by little is my hope that you begin to discover more and more how awesome you are, Diana, and in your own right as well, and that other people recognize this quality in you. I hope so. And after this performance, I think they'll all jump on board and understand why I have supported you for many, many years and will continue to. I've watched you grown up from that little girl in the mail to being this superstar that you're about to hear.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. But I can't help falling in love with you.
Браво!
Ты моя маленькая, я заплакала, что ли?
Браво!
That was her part of her haunting rendition. Unfortunately, not a full version, not more lyrics, not more. She converted the song into a modern day phenomenon. She really did. And that is why she won that talent show. And the blonde woman there with the plaits was her main competitor on the show that also sang, and they sang different songs, and she was just blown away. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? Wouldn't you love the full version of that? Diana, if you're listening, you need to come out with a longer version of that. Get with the writers, come out with the longer version. Even if it's repeating the lyrics, the music was epic, the performance staggering. You are phenomenal, and that is why. That is why. I'm going to wrap it up because it's very, very short lyrics. I was like, oh. And then I realized, of course, she's in a talent show. She's not going to be doing a full-length version of this. We all know the song and the lyrics, those of us of my age, mature years. But for the younger people, Diana has only sung a couple of the lines and it's been rewritten, reversed. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. But I can't help falling in love with you. I can't help falling in love with you, because I can't help falling in love with you. It's almost like she's converted it to epic music, haunting rendition, but through an almost a poetic version of this. We're all used to Elvis shaking his leg and doing a Hawaii shirt version. The UB40 was very radical back in the 90s when they became #1 with the song. It was reggae music, and that in itself was revolutionary. But Diana, please, please, please do a full version of this. It justifies you sitting in the studio doing this cover song longer. We need it, Diana. The response on YouTube has been phenomenal. Now I can see why. Your octave range, as I said in the beginning, staggers people, will continue to haunt people, will continue to embrace people. But what we need to do is look at the title of the song and apply it to you. With that voice and that performance, Diana, I can't help, all together now, falling in love with you. Thank you for the music and the performance.